guys can see, this is what I'm wearing. I feel like shit today. I do not feel good. I have not felt good in the past 10 days. I hate it. I'm tired of it. Don't have COVID, don't have the flu. I took some blood work earlier, so we gonna figure out what the hell is wrong with me. But I didn't want to go to the doctor looking like a hot mess because I look like a hot mess, so I decided to do a little bit of just simple, easy makeup. This is very simple. It probably will take you less than 10 minutes, maybe even 5 if you don't use all of the products that I use. But if you want to know how to get this look for, you know, those days when you don't have enough time to do anything but you still want to look put together, or those days where you look like shit and you know you feel like shit but you still want to look okay, a little bit decent and presentable to the world, this is what you gonna wear. This is what you can do. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys, and if you're interested in learning how I did this look, make sure to keep on watching. So we are going to start off with the brows first. We're going to start off with NYX brow glue. And I'm going to take a little bit, and then what I like to do is that I will brush up the front hairs of my brow and then brush the rest through, and I'm just gonna do it straight. Now if I wanted it super laminated, I would like press harder, but because I just want a really easy look, I am just gonna do it like that. And the goal of this is just to make sure that the brows are where you want them to be. Okay, so that part is done. You can absolutely not do this. You don't have to, but I'm doing it just because I wanted to do it. Now I'm gonna let this dry for probably a few minutes because right now it's kind of sticky. And if you try to use a pencil or a pomade on top of it, I found that you don't get the same result and it kind of looks kind of eh. So I am going to come back once this dries, so probably in about 2 to 3 minutes. So now that this has dried, we are going to go in and start filling it in. Now you have multiple different options. You can use a brow pomade, or you could use a pencil or anything else that you want to use. I am actually going to be using a combination of both today. So we are going to start off with the Ulta Beauty, this one, and this is in the shade Espresso. Now what I'm going to do is just, the first thing that I'm going to do, and this is what I do anytime that I do my brows, I am just going to start from the bottom, and I'm just gonna, with a light hand, and it's important that you do a light hand, I'm just gonna shape underneath my brow like that. So now that I have the brow shaped, you can already see it's looking good now. And when I turn mines, yeah, perfect, you see that that's too much. I like to do just a little bit like that, just a little bit. That's too little for me. This is a little bit better. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go to the top of the tail end of my brow like that, and I'm going to make sure that looks good. And then also, now usually when I do my brows, this one is not going to be filled in, but it's filled in because I wanted to show you what it looks like at the end. But normally what I would do is that I would fill in here, then some, then go here, then here. You don't have to, but I do. And the reason why I do it like that is just to make sure that the brows are even, because my brows right now are not even, and you can kind of tell, like, this one is going to be definitely thicker than this one because of the shape. Now if I were to do it like that, yep, and now that's going to even out my brows. So that's why I always do them at the same time, so that I can make them the same thickness or thinness or whatever shape I'm going for, it'll be the same. So now that you have your shape and you like your shape, you're going to look at yourself. And when I look at myself, I usually look straight ahead. And do I like it? And then I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to go back and forth like that until I feel like it's good. And now I think it's good. I'll bring you guys back over here, and now this is when you go in and fill. Now you see here I left this little, I have a little bit of hair here. That's okay, because this little arch part is kind of thin, and I want to try and grow it back out. So I'm just going to leave these little mini hairs here, but you can definitely go ahead and pluck them if you want. But now I'm just going to lightly, with a light hand, go in and fill in as much of my brows as I can. Now, you may not be able to because of the brow gel. So I'm just lightly filling it in. Okay. And now that I feel like that looks good, I'm gonna put the top back on this with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Pomade in dark brown. Now I will not lie, this shade is a little bit too dark for me, but it's okay. I like it. Gives you a bit of a bold brown. Now this is an old product. It might be a year or two old. Definitely past the expiration date, but as you can see, I ain't nowhere near the bottom, so this is not going out. I'm just gonna spray it with a little spritz. Like that. Just one spritz. Just to get it wet again. And then I'm gonna take an angled eyebrow brush. This might even be a liner brush, but if it works for the purpose I need it for, it's gonna work for the purpose I need it for. And then I'm gonna tap, tap, tap. Just a bit excess off. And lightly, I mean, I'm not even really touching the brush to my skin. I'm gonna lightly pull it through. And the reason why you really want to go light with this one is that this brow pomade is thick, and if you put too much on all at once, you're gonna start looking real clownish, and nobody want to be looking clownish. So like this, and then I just lightly flick it up. Okay. And now I can tell right away that these brows are two different sizes. I can look and see. Now you see how if I do it to this end, you see how this one is higher? And then if I do it here, you can also see that this one, it's a little bit higher. So what I'm gonna do to fix this is I'm gonna wipe a little bit. This is when you're gonna go in and you can actually make this thinner. And what I am going to use to just clean up the underneath my eyebrows, you don't have to. You definitely don't have to. You can just leave it like it is and go straight into lashes. But for me, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take just a little bit of the P. Louise Base Rumor 5, and I'm literally saying just a tad bit. A little bit. This is also almost empty. Okay. Alright, I think that's enough right there. And now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this type of brush, and then I'm gonna go in underneath my eyebrow and underneath here, and I'm gonna slowly trace under the line and blend it out. And now you can use any shade that you want for this, absolutely any shade that you want. And now to fix that, I'm just gonna slowly cover it up like that. That's how I fix it when the shapes are not even. And now if I go back, okay. And then I'm gonna come in a little bit like this. I don't know why when I burrow my brows like this, that's how I figure out that, if they're even or not. But yeah. Okay, and now I'm just gonna blend this out so it's a little bit more not as noticeable. You can use a sponge, your fingers, whatever you want to use. I'm just gonna do the same on this side and then a little bit more on this side. Okay. So that's the eyebrows right there. You do not need to add any gel on the top because you already have your eyebrows gelled down and it's gonna stay. Now, the very last step, mascara. So I'm going in with the Tarte Big Ego. I just got this during the 21 Days of Beauty sale. And I think we all know how to put on mascara, so. Alrighty. So now, this is basically the finished look, and yeah, what we're gonna do, you can put on a bold lipstick, you can put on lip balm, lip gloss, whatever. I'm going to be using the Kiki's Cosmetic Hydrating Lip Gloss in Caramel Macchiato. Alrighty, and now this is the finished look. Let me zoom you guys out. So you see you look clean, put together. You don't have to do any type of face makeup at all. And I'm pretty sure we were able to do this look in like 5 products because we used the brow gel, the pencil, the pomade, the P. Louise base, and mascara. There's no liner, no nothing, just a nice, clean, I feel like crap look because I feel like shit. I really truly do. This is probably my 15th ginger ale in the past 5 days, 3 days. I'm tired of drinking ginger ale. I want to eat. Sponsor me. Alrighty, so that's the finished look. Bye.